It is time to get out of pocket, perhaps one of the biggest episodes in out of pocket history, and here's why. Boom Broadcasting is doing the college football 25 giveaway, but we have some major news. We have major update. We want everyone who is humanly possible to enter this giveaway, everyone who is possible to listen into that update. We want to update you guys at the very end of the show. I know it takes a few minutes to get people trickling into not only the comments, but to the live stream. Not everybody's listening and waiting at 5:30. So we want to invite you guys to learn about the college football 25 update. We've talked to the Boom Broadcasting team, and we have a major update in regards to that. In addition, it is Top Rope Tuesday, so we get some WWE. We have somebody who was at Monday Night Raw as well. So Wayne, dude, I don't even want to wait for the Top Rope Tuesday segment. How was Monday Night Raw last night?
It's a great show, man. I loved it. I mean, it taught me something. I posted earlier about it, and it's no surprise. I talk about it all the time, how much of a AEW guy I am, and to go to Monday Night Raw, and I sat there in the audience, and I just wanted nothing but the SummerSlam fallout. I wanted nothing but promos. I wanted nothing but just the entertainment aspect of it, and they brought it last night. It was something. So what I learned was to just enjoy it, man. I love the great wrestling in WWE. I'm sorry, the great wrestling in AEW, and I love the entertainment that WWE brings. And last night was about as entertaining of a show you could have got from Monday Night Raw.
Dude, I am elated that you got to go to that. I'll be able to go to AEW Dynamite tomorrow and experience wrestling in front of a live crowd. So we have this memorable Monday Night Raw Best of the Year in Baltimore. So we will be touching on Top Rope Tuesday here in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. If you're part of our wrestling fans, if you're part of our audience that is on the wrestling movement, Wayne helps moderate that. In addition to Drop the Mic will drop its wrestling podcast tomorrow afternoon. We're going to do a little something different. You guys responded really well to what we put out last week. We want to keep involving as many people as we can. And of course, if you're a fan of the Saturday morning podcast Wrestling of Destiny that broke record numbers, we decided to pull some strings and get the host of that in, Mr. Sean Lucas. Sean, my guy, it's great to have you on.
What's going on, Mike? Glad to be out of pocket today.
Dude, let's do out of pocket today. And if you guys haven't heard, this news kind of started breaking yesterday when we were live on the air. And it's Brandon Aiyuk, who is potentially moving from the San Francisco 49ers. And it is mind-blowing that, hey, I could be right. I called it on a couple weeks ago that the Pittsburgh Steelers might be trying to get Brandon Aiyuk on their team. And everybody's like, no, you're out of pocket. That's never going to happen. Well, guess what? There's 3 teams who are contending for Brandon Aiyuk services right now: the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, and the New England Patriots. Before we get into a little game that we have in store for you today, I wanted to ask the panel first, which of these teams do you think is most likely to get Brandon Aiyuk? And do you think a deal gets done before the week is over? Wayne, I'll start with you.
I think the Browns are most likely to get him, to be honest with you. They've shown that they have no problem reaching for what they want. It's an organization that likes to put news out there. I could see, I don't know, it's tough to see, to be honest with you, but I like Aiyuk with the Browns. I kind of want the Browns to take them and offer more than they should, because I'm a Ravens fan and I hate the Browns. So I'd love to see them make another mistake, but it is what it is.
Dude, I don't know if getting Brandon Aiyuk's a mistake. I'd be kind of looking forward to him going out to the AFC and the Cowboys not having to play him.
It would be a mistake if they gave a first round draft pick away.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Sean, I don't know if Wayne's out of pocket for that take.
He's not out of pocket. He's definitely not out of pocket. The biggest thing I can say is the only team when I look at the three teams, the only ones I see that can get Brandon Aiyuk is the Browns and the Patriots. The Patriots has more they can give up. They would have to, and I'll go through my breakdown in a minute who they would have to give up to make it happen. But you would rather see them with the Browns because if you're the Browns, you can get rid of Amari Cooper and get a younger receiver in there that can help you. Because Cooper, he's still good, he's still explosive, but he's kind of starting to get up in age. So I would definitely say the Browns would be the better team to win out of this because if he goes to Pittsburgh and New England, it's a rebuild for both of those teams right now.
Wow. Okay. We'll get into it. By the way, somebody I didn't invite on the show on purpose is blowing up our comments right now. Podcast Smitty. I didn't want to be chastised by the guy today. He does enough on that on quick hits that will be airing tomorrow morning as part of your Wednesday lineup. But he's saying looks like he wants the money over the wins. But he will be back. And Podcast Smitty believes the Patriots want him more. And just how bad do these teams want Brandon Aiyuk? You guys can also be a part of the show just like Podcast Smitty was right there. Comment on our YouTube channel, comment on our Facebook page, and your comment gets flashed up on the screen and you get a shout out. So why not? Be a part of the party with us.
I'd say one thing, Mike.
Yeah.
So the Browns, the Steelers, and the Patriots are not the 49ers, and Brandon Aiyuk is not Debo. So,
okay, what do you mean by that?
What I mean by that is Aiyuk's going to get his money, and they're going to quickly find out that he's not Debo. And there is, like I said, I'm as an AFC North fan, I'm excited to see how this pans out for the teams that grab him.
Okay. Podcast me. You thought I was going to run? Really? Yeah, he's getting me with the quick 1-2 jab with the quick hits right there. He might be out of the pocket. But if we were going to get Brandon Aiyuk off the San Francisco 49ers, whether Wayne believes he could be the level of Deebo Samuel or not, I wanted to get you guys to do a little trade generator. We're the human trade generator right now. And so we each have selected 3 teams and we're going to propose a deal to the San Francisco 49ers in terms of like, hey, will you accept it? So how this game will work is one of us already has a team. They'll suggest a trade and then the other 2 are going to act for the 49ers at that moment in time and say if it's good enough, if we accept it, or why we would decline. So I'm going to have my guy. I'm going to have Sean Lucas go first. And Sean, your team is the New England Patriots. What are you going to offer the San Francisco 49ers to bring Brandon Aiyuk to Boston?
Right now, Mike, I got a hard task because we just got rid of Bill Belichick. So now I'm the GM. So this is going to probably be the biggest trade I make. It's either going to make me or break me as a career as a GM in New England. When I look at my roster today, I have nothing I can offer the 49ers except picks. So I pretty much put together a pick and one player and throw another guy in to maybe make this work. So I'm going to give up a second-round pick. Then I'm going to give up Kendrick Bourne, who I don't want to give up, but I got to give him up. And I'm going to throw in Jalen Ragland. And when I throw Jalen Ragland, I'm going to tell him, this guy was a first-round pick for Philadelphia. He was first-round 21st pick for Philadelphia. Maybe he can go to San Francisco, get down there with Brock Purdy. You can use him in a slot receiver, and you can maybe go back to that TCU Jalen Ragland we saw. That's how I'm going to sell it. That's how I'm hoping it'll work. And maybe they'll bite on it, and maybe they'll bring me Brandon Aiyuk to New England to pair with Drake May.
Okay, so just so I have this correct before I throw it on the bottom of the screen, you're doing Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Reagor, and what year do you want that second-round pick in? Because that's going to be important.
I'm going to give him 2025 second-round pick.
Ooh, okay. Wayne, is that acceptable? If you were 49ers, would you accept this trade?
I believe that's acceptable. I would accept that trade. I think Kendrick Bourne has a lot of talent. He's a younger player. I like that trade. A second round pick I think Brandon Aiyuk is worth a second round pick.
That would be nice. But I'm looking at the 49ers roster, and just my personal opinion, I don't know if I necessarily need Jalen Reagor or Kendrick Bourne to replace what the production would be for Brandon Aiyuk, because not only do they have Deebo Samuel, they also have Ricky Purcell, the rookie from Florida. So I'm not leaning towards the wide receivers. I would probably say, hey, get rid of those guys. I want a first round pick for Brandon Aiyuk. So I mean, it's okay. Wade and I are, different negotiators. By the way, if you're trying to negotiate your fantasy football trades, this is probably exactly the process that will take place. So Wayne would accept it. I would respectfully decline it, Sean. No offense, but it's okay. You tried your best on that. Now, Wayne, your team to present a trade to the 49ers is ironically your AFC North rival, the Cleveland Browns. Interesting choice, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. Listen, I'm the Browns. I like to just throw money away. I like giving guaranteed contract to guys who have bad reputations. I like to make poor decisions. So here's what I'm going to offer. I'm going to give you Amari Cooper. I'm going to give you a first-round pick of 2025. And that's what I'm giving it.
Bro, he was so out of pocket. His stream cut out right there. Whoa, how's that even work?
Why is he taking over the computers today?
Oh my goodness, it's a takeover. Yeah, we got him back. So Wayne, before you got kicked out for being out of pocket, it was Amari Cooper on the table.
Yes.
And 25 first round pick.
Yes.
Is there anything else to this trade?
That's all I'm giving up. Amari Cooper, first round pick for 2025.
Wow. Sean, would you accept this deal from Wayne?
I'm definitely accepting this deal. Because on the 49ers, I'm getting a first round pick who I can pick who I want. Amari Cooper now is going to be a compliment to my offense. Even though he's up in age, I still can use him for those explosive plays. I'm taking it.
Wow. I mean, this was a pretty good deal. And I don't know why. This is what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know the why behind it. Podcast Cindy saying Bourne played for us before, so not bad, but he would decline it if he saw Sean's trade. And Podcast Mini says, well, he is the Browns, so he's not wrong. I have tremendous respect when it comes to Amari Cooper and what he did literally anywhere he's been. So I feel like Amari Cooper for Brandon Aiyuk would be a fair trade in of itself. Of course, you'd be giving up a little bit of youth, but Wayne compensated for that by giving up a first round pick. So yeah, if I had Amari Cooper and a first round pick on the table for Brandon Aiyuk, and even if Cleveland made the playoffs, I mean, even a 20, 25 range, you could get a lot of good players for that. I would take that in a heartbeat. I mean, yeah, I will give up the youth and I will go get Amari Cooper and a first round pick. Wayne, I don't know why you proposed this. You either were like, hey, I really want to win this human trade generator game, or you're like, I just want to absolutely destroy the Cleveland Browns.
It was too fun.
So just to clarify, which win was this? Because I want to know your motives.
I had to get my hits in there, man.
Oh my goodness. Well, I had the interesting task. I mean, I've been back in this for a while. Pittsburgh. I really think Pittsburgh could have a good chance and a good landing spot when it comes to Brandon Aiyuk to the team. So my proposal's a little bit different. I looked at this 49ers roster and I'm like, they don't need much at all. Like they really don't. Okay. So I tried looking and seeing if there were any holes. I was trying to look and see, hey, maybe they need defensive line depth. And so here's what I'm going to throw out to you guys. I am going to give San Francisco, as if they need it, more defensive line depth with Cameron Hayward. Okay, I am saying Cameron Hayward to San Francisco in this deal, along with a 25 second round pick and a 26 second round pick for wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk. That is my proposal. We'll flash it down on the bottom of the screen just like we have. But I would send Cameron Hayward and 2 second round picks over the next couple years to San Francisco in exchange for Brandon Aiyuk to help pair with whoever you have at quarterback, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, Sean, as is, and be careful because Wayne did get kicked out earlier for being out of pocket. As is, how would you handle if this deal came to your table?
I would take this one. I would definitely take this one. We're loaded at wide receiver, so giving up Brandon Aiyuk would not hurt me. I'm getting a D lineman and I'm getting 2 picks. So if we do kind of slip throughout the season at wide receiver, I got next year's draft to go get somebody. And you can find good receivers in the 2nd and 3rd round.
Okay. That's a solid answer, of course. I mean, that was my proposal, so I'm glad you accepted it. Wayne, what you thinking?
I would absolutely take that pick.
Really?
I mean, you get 2 draft picks with it. You got Brandon Aiyuk, who's determined to get out of there. He's not happy there. He wants out. That constant headache and complaining from this guy. Get him out. Get your picks. Get it over with. That's a good offer.
Okay. Well, we did pretty good. Each of us got our deal accepted at least once. So we'll also put these on social media and say, hey, if you guys were the San Francisco 49ers, who would you side with? So be sure to stay tuned to our social media. We'll also scroll those across the bottom right here so that you guys don't miss that. In addition, stay tuned to the end of the episode where we give you update on the College Football 25 giveaway that Boom Broadcast and its team has put together. But right now, it is Top Rope Tuesday. It wouldn't be right without talking about a memorable Monday Night Raw. Wayne shared his sentiments about his experience just taking it in as a fan in the stands. I was extremely jealous. A lot happened on Monday Night Raw, but I wanted to pose, what was your biggest, most notable moment from Monday Night Raw last night? Sean, from watching on the TV just like I did, what stood out to you?
Well, the biggest thing going to be the Wide 6 debut, of course. That's something I always remember. I said it once, I said it again. Bo Dallas has got his brother down packed from the way he walks, talks, acts. It's just like watching Bray in the ring. But the biggest take for me that night was, man, they got Bronson Reed over. They got him over last night. 6 tsunamis on a guy that's the heart and soul of your corporation, Seth Rollins. A guy who you have built to be that guy, to be a top guy, top tier guy. They got Bronson over. I just don't want to see him drop the ball with him because with that momentum, he can't get a mid-card title right now because you got LA with the US, Braun Breaker with the Intercontinental. But if they can find a way to get him to NXT to win a Mid-Atlantic title, something like that, that would help him out with this run he's getting ready to have.
Dude, I fully agree. That was crazy. I was on the Monday Night Raw nightcap with Mike, and I was like, Triple H was a huge fan. Bronson Reed's back in NXT, and of course, like, Vince didn't see the same way. Bronson Reed gets released. He's going as Jonah. He's going to Japan. He's going to TNA, and now he finds himself back in WWE with Triple H under creative. And now you're seeing just how impactful Bronson Reed can be. Wayne, I know your family is big in Seth Rollins. You guys probably didn't enjoy seeing that last night.
I mean, I thought it was great. And here's the thing about Seth Rollins. I want to touch on this. There's probably not a more selfless person in wrestling than Seth Rollins. I mean, what he's been doing lately, I mean, it started in WrestleMania, and ever since then, he's basically been a background character for everybody else's story. And it's wild to see. So to see Seth Rollins take a back seat, and who knows what's actually going on behind the scenes. Who knows? It's something, I don't know. There's a lot of speculation out there, but it was a blast to watch, and I'm a Bronson Reed fan too, so that was great.
Well, and it is really cool. Like, Seth has to be given the credit for just putting the company on his back. 316 days as world champion, spent most of that with a serious injury, and then was like, hey, I want to come back. Like, Seth's selfless, man.
Yeah. I want to say another thing. We're talking about memorable moments, something that's notable. How over Damian Priest is right now and how much they're making him a babyface is terrific to see. And he crushed it last night. The crowd went crazy for Damian. It's pretty awesome for him to come out there and say, listen, this is my family, not the Judgment Day. You know, it went from Damian Priest has gone from, you know, this big heel, this giant fraction, to basically saying, you guys are helping me along, and he's fully embracing the babyface, and I didn't think we'd see that, and that's pretty cool. It's not about revenge. Well, I mean it is, but it's not about just what Damian Priest wants. It's about how everybody else feels around him, and from the get-go, for him becoming a champion, we thought he was going to be this weak transitional champion that cheated all the time with the Judgment Day, and he wanted to do it on his own the entire time. It's fun to watch Damian Priest over the way he is.
Dude, it's awesome the transition they had with Damian Priest. Derek asking Bronson Reed, former NXT North American champion, Bronson Reed versus Oba Femi for the North American title. Sean, would you take that match?
Book it right now.
Dude,
that could be the main event of Great American Bash tonight.
Oh my goodness, that would be wild. Just the physical specimens those guys are, going toe to toe. Big meaty men slapping meat. That's what wrestling fans call it. I do want to touch on Damian Priest as a babyface, man. Like, I remember him stumbling over his promos a couple years ago when he was United States champion, when he was a babyface, and it was like it wasn't clicking. Sean, it felt to me, at least watching from TV, like this dude, like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if somebody else is writing his promos, but it's clicking now thanks to it.
Yeah, it's clicking, Mike. And it goes back to what I said on the SummerSlam Nightcap edition about Damian Priest. What I said about Logan Paul, too. Damian Priest did exactly what you were supposed to do. He had a not so good run as a U.S. champ with his promos. He got on the road. He worked those house shows. He came into WWE already from Punch with Martinez and Ring of Honor as a good wrestler, just with some small tweaks he needed. He got all that done, and when he was the champ, you could see those things have paid off. Now, the only thing I'm worried about Priest is, and the way he's going as a babyface, will he be over more than Cody? And if that happens, what do you do?
Wayne, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not even convinced. I mean, I know Cody is about as over as you can get as a babyface, but Cody has been playing supportive role forever too. I mean, he's SmackDown with Roman Reigns. That's Roman Reigns' show, you know? So I think in Raw, we need somebody. We need somebody in Raw to take over, to kind of provide that focus. And obviously, you know, Seth Rollins seems like he's phasing out. You have the Judgment Day broken up. I think I don't really see the new Judgment Day being something that people are super excited about. They want to see Priest and they want to see Mommy get their revenge. And that's what we're running with here. And I think the bigger Damian Priest can get, the better for Monday Night Raw.
Okay. That's pretty fair. And especially like Monday Night Raw, I'm thinking about the baby faces like Jey Uso. My prediction is Jey Uso, it won't be long until he's on SmackDown, involving himself with the Bloodline story. You look at other baby faces like Seth Rollins. I don't know if phasing out is the right word, but he's definitely hurt. Like he's struggling. He's limping. He's doing the best he can. Kudos to Seth. Like what an MVP.
Workhorse.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like with every sense of the word, he's a workhorse. But it is interesting because I wasn't convinced Damian Priest as a babyface would work until last night, until those promos, until I heard the Baltimore crowd on the back of Wayne Thomas right there. I didn't see Damian Priest as a babyface until Wayne and his fellow Baltimore guys convinced me otherwise. Another name that failed as a babyface a few years ago and turned heel, had one of the greatest runs, if not the greatest run in WWE history, has now returned as of this past weekend as a babyface. Roman Reigns, the original tribal chief, has come back to take his rightful place as the head of the table, as the tribal chief, against Solo Sikoa. Now, here's the thing, guys. I don't know if Roman Reigns as a babyface will work long term. You saw, he took care of business against Solo, but it doesn't look like he and Cody are going to have their last match at this past year's WrestleMania. I feel like that's going to be down the line as well for him to go get his title back. But past the initial, like, oh my gosh, Roman's back. Oh my gosh, Roman's back. Do you think Roman Reigns long-term as a baby face works? Sean, what would you say?
No, it doesn't. What made us like the tribal chief? When he was a heel. When Paul was talking, you were building the bloodline. They were constantly on the screen every week winning, whether it was by interference, winning. That's what made us like him. And then when you threw Sammy in there, being that comic relief to kind of just take that edge off of him, to give him some little thing that you can laugh about with Sammy with his storyline with the bloodline. A tweener would be good. They did good with the build up to bring them back, because with Solo, and I mean, you got to take your hat off Solo. He's done his part of making this more epic, waiting for Roman's return. But I think at the end of the day, he's got to be a heel. How would he be the tribal chief as a face?
Why? Wayne, do you agree with Sean that he needs to be a heel for his character to work?
No. I don't agree with it. And here's the thing. I mean, for a while there, I mean, and I get fun as a heel. But for a while there, the discussion about Roman Reigns was same old stuff. Interference after interference, and he didn't have to do much work because he's the tribal chief and everybody does work for him. So now we're going to see Roman Reigns doing more work, and hopefully there more often. And I think people are excited to see that. I think this eliminates some of the criticism from some fans that don't necessarily know what goes on behind the scenes and everything, but some of the criticism about Roman Reigns and it being the same old stuff. Well, now we're going to get us something a little different. Now we're going to get this little bloodline civil war type thing going on. And I think Roman Reigns is going to excel at it.
Dude, I'm hoping it does. Like, I hope it does work out. And I've no like hesitation when it comes to a real bloodline civil war. Like, they advertised it a little bit last year where it was like the Usos, Roman, Solo. That wasn't a real civil war. Like, we are about to get a war. That was just a battle. And I'm excited for that. But like, looking beyond the Civil War, I'm really hoping like Roman as a baby face works. But also, you could go ahead and say, like, maybe after this bloodline civil war happens, like, is Roman a full-time wrestler, or does he start to phase out? Like, I mean, you can't top what you did for the last, 1,316 days. Like, Sean, that's not possible. I'd hope not.
It'll never be done again.
So we'll have to see what Roman Reigns does as a babyface. Now, we're coming towards the end of Out of Pocket right now. I do want to say Out of Pocket will be back on Thursday. Okay, Out of Pocket is your place for sports. We cover wrestling sometimes, football, basketball, baseball. This is your place Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time on the Boom Broadcasting YouTube channel, where you can get your sports fix. Love talking sports with you guys. Last few days, we've even went a few minutes over the 30-minute limit because we're getting to that time. Football's starting back. A lot's happening in the wrestling world, basketball, the Olympics. Like, there's so much content, and we have the freedom and the flexibility to be like, hey, We need 5 more minutes. Let's give the people what they want. So it's been an absolute blast doing this with you guys. And I'll be announcing a little bit more towards the end of the week regarding what's happening with Out of Pocket, particularly next week. So stay tuned for that on the Boom Broadcasting YouTube channel. We do, in addition to Out of Pocket on Boom Broadcasting, we do nightcaps. I was on the nightcap last night with Mike and another Mike. Tonight, Mike will be back hosting the nightcap for NXT. You don't want to miss that, especially if you're one of our wrestling fans. And so now I have the distinct honor of announcing the big news regarding the College Football 25 giveaway. As a president, I went to my guys and was like, hey, I want to do something really special. We had a lot of viewers. We had a lot of subscribers. We had 100 subscribers before we ever dropped a video. Okay, so I can say that without boasting, without bragging, because it was literally nothing we did. Okay, all it was people showing the support, showing the love, sharing the channel with their friends. Like, that's remarkable. And so what that did for me was like, hey, we need to show appreciation. Not a lot of channels really show appreciation for their viewers. They're just like, hey, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me, do that for me. I want to be different. I want Boom Broadcasting to be different. I want it to be like a place where people can go for genuine, authentic entertainment, whether they're wrestling fans, sports fans, TV shows and movie reviews. Sean Does It Stinks. I want this place to feel like a home, and I want you guys to feel appreciated for your time, because if 5 people watch this, 5 people took time out of their day to say, hey, I want to dedicate some of that time to Out of Pocket. I want to dedicate some of that time to these other shows, dedicate that time to Boom Broadcasting and support them. So for that reason, we do these giveaways, right? We did the Roman Reigns Funko Pop. The person received their reward. I'll share that on our social media once I get permission to share that picture. It's a lovely picture of them receiving it. But we also announced the College Football 25 giveaway. So we as a team have decided we are sick and tired of holding on to this game. So big breaking news. We are going to end the contest of the College Football 25 giveaway this week. We are going to announce the winner on Friday's Out of Pocket episode of the College Football 25 giveaway, because we want to say thank you. We have a lot more giveaways in store, so be sure to enter yourself. You have just a few more days, okay? We're going to cut it off Friday. We're going to reach out, say, hey, do you want this game? And we're going to go from there. But our goal, and you have my word, we're going to announce the winner of this College Football 25 giveaway on Friday. So if you have entered this giveaway, be sure you stay tuned to your messages, because if you win, Boom Broadcasting will be reaching out to you to confirm what console you're wanting. You know, do you want the game? Do you already have it? Do you're like, hey, give it to somebody else? We want to make sure this goes to a good home that will play College Football 25 responsibly and a lot. So we want to give this game away. We will be giving College Football 25, the video game, away this Friday, and you can tune in live to Out of Pocket to see who is the winner, and we'll be doing more giveaways further and further on as this channel grows. So super excited to be doing that. Podcast me saying you deserve it. Clap, 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 clap. Did I do that rhythm right? You deserve it. Okay, we got it. We got it. So yeah, College Football 25 giveaway being dropped this Friday live on Out of Pocket. You don't want to miss it. Be sure you enter the giveaway on our social media channels as well. Get in it. You only have a few more days left. But for Michael Davis and Sean Lucas and Wayne Thomas, this has been Out of Pocket on your Tuesday, and we will be back on Thursday.